Hello creators! Today, let's understand the Gestalt Theory. The Gestalt Theory states that the sum of the parts are more than the whole. Say for example, when we look at a bicycle, we look at as a whole. We don't see it as a group of tires, the body, the pedals and the handle. So humans perceive everything as a whole. So this is what a Gestalt theory applies to. Now the Gestalt theory has 6 basic principles. The first principle is closure. Now see, let's have the example of EA Sports logo. You'll see the E in EA is not a complete, although we perceive it as a whole. Second principle is the principle of similarity. Now let's say there are a group of figures, they are circle, they are triangle grouped together, but we tend to perceive the similar groups together. Say for in here, the circles can be grouped as a figure L. The third principle is the principle of proximity. When multiple group of objects are grouped together, we perceive them as a group of things. There's a pattern that we recognize and we perceive them as simpler things. For example, here we are grouping a group of dots as the letter T. This is the principle of proximity. The fourth principle is the principle of figure and ground. Say, for example, this picture of Batman, you will see the figure of Batman is drawn in black, while the background is in yellow. Now the whole of the Batman was not drawn, taking for example the black portion was the background. Let's take another example. Let's take a figure of a chalice. Now if you paint the background of the chalice in black, you'll perceive these two as two different objects, the foreground, the chalice, and the background as a black background. This is the concept of figure and ground. The fifth principle is the principle of continuity. Let's say for example there is a string of dots in pink and there is another string of dots in yellow. Now if you look closely, you will see that the string of dots forming a simple straight line forms a group and another one forms a different group. Now the sixth principle is the principle of symmetry. Let's take the example of the logo of McDonald's. See how symmetrical it is. The same principle we can apply to any of our presentations. Say for example, in these examples of a pie charted presentation, which one seems more symmetric and soothing to the eye? The third one, obviously. So these are the 6 principles of Gestalt theory. Let us know in the comments below if you learned something valuable from this. Thank you.